center of everything.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of the most kind, the most merciful. My name is Sayyid Muhammad Ali Daneshgar. I'm just going to give you some introduction about a sport, a traditional sport, which has been practiced for many, many years. Maybe over 1400 years ago, it's been practiced over 1400 years ago in Iran, in Persia. So this sport is called, if you translate, it's called traditional exercise, and the places where they practice it is called Zurkhaneh, means the house of power. So even before Islam came to Iran, this exercise was being practiced in, this sport was being practiced in Iran, which has some link with like wrestling. The wrestling I'm meaning not those wrestling, American wrestling, which you sometimes see, it's like they are sparring. It's no hitting, no kicking, basically, this wrestling. So basically this sport is the places where you do them, when you go in, the doors are built very low. So people who go in, they need to be humble, they need to bow down before they go in. And even when they go inside to exercise, they bow down, they touch the floor, and they kiss their hand. Just that's another showing another way that they should be humble. So this sport works around being humble and respecting the elders and helping the oppressed and the poor. So basically, after Islam came to Iran, the Iranians and the Persians, they adopted this sport according to Islam and according to also the teaching of the Ahl al-Bayt, the purified leaders from the descendant of the Holy Prophet. And they took Imam Ali as the grandmaster of this sport because he was very brave and very strong and very helpful to the poor and the oppressed. So this is the goal of this exercise, that you should be humble, you should be helpful to the poor, you should be kind to the, for example, orphans and the people who are in needy. If somebody's on the floor, you should help them, give them a helping hand so that they can pick themselves up from the floor, and they can be on their own leg back again, so that they don't need to be independent on others. So basically this, as I said to you, and also sometimes if there is a need for a person in the community, they even collect money for the poor. They call this goli rizan, means throwing flowers. Basically, they mention in this sports center, they mention what the need is for the community or for like this the family or the person who needs it, and then they go around and they collect the money. People throw money, or sometimes they just write the people who can give. They say how much they can give. So, and the other thing is quite, as I said to you, they've adopted it to Islam because in this sport they send a lot of salawat. Salawat means sending greeting upon the Holy Prophet and his purified progeny. So sometimes even in a mosque you don't hear people send that much salawat, and it ends up with supplication. The person at the end they make supplication and they pray. So it's basically, and also there's a lot of respect for the elders or the people who have been going to that center more then they get more respect. And also another mention is another interesting thing about this sport is that they respect the descendant of the Holy Prophet, which we call Sadat. Sadat means, Sayyid means like sort of, Sayyid means sir, and Sad is the plural is Sadat. The people who have a family tree which goes back to the Holy Prophet, the plural is called Sadat. So they respect them a lot because of their purified grandfather, Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. I mean, of course, the descendants could have mistakes, they may be sinful, but because of due to their to show respect to the Holy Prophet, they respect them and give them one of the highest position. When people who exercise in a circle, the Sadat get the highest position, and then the people who've been they are like more experienced in this and they've been going there for a long time. And this respect of the descendant of the Holy Prophet is actually, its root is going back to the sayings of the Holy Prophet and the purified descendant of the Holy Prophet, because they actually recommended that you should respect the descendant of the Holy Prophet. You should have some respect for them. And also they get priority during the exercise. For example, they, apart from their position, they get to pick up the weights which we use in this exercise first. The weights are something like this. It's like a club. And which I'm going to later on show you a presentation of it. And so also there are different instruments. The instrument which I showed you, and then there is something which we do press-ups. It's like something like that. It's made out of wood, which we do press-ups on, like that. I'll maybe show you a bit of those press-ups also for you. So okay, we have other instruments. There's another instrument. It's like made of metal, but it looks like an arrow, not arrow, like a bow, but it's made out of metal. So this sport is all around basically humbleness, self-defense, and forgiving, being even if somebody, it's mentioned in the Holy Quran that if somebody do wrong to you, forgive them, even return it did good. So this is all this sports is all about. So because the time is limited, I'm going to show you how these clubs are going to be working. So I'm going to show, this is how it's worked. Actually, they have done some research and it shows that it's actually very good for your muscles because different angles is used. And so most of your muscles around your shoulder and back is is exercised. Even some scientific research has showed that. Okay, I think somebody's. Okay, I'm going to show you some press-ups also. Okay, I'm going to show you. Maybe I'll show you the fast. I'll show you a little bit more, then because I'll show you the fast action also. First I do the slow one. But at the end, it's going to become in a faster pace. It's going to get into a faster pace. Okay. So, Mr. I think I'd like to ask. Okay. Mr. Cameraman. Mr. Cameraman, excuse me. Can I show you some press-ups? But you need to be on the floor. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to show you some press-ups. Okay, basically 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, we do this by somebody is playing the drum and reading poetry. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And sometimes we do a faster one. Or another movement is like, it's got a bit of yoga into it also. There's a cobra movement. So you go down and you come up and you go like this. One, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another movement is like that. 1, Okay, this was the press up, and there are different parts. There is one part where people spin. So actually they've done some research. The people who do ballet, it's actually good for your health when you spin. So I'm just gonna spin, so I need a bit of space here. So I think I'll bring some background music so that okay, I'll do the spin. That's one spin, or sometimes we just do three steps and we jump up. I'll put this down. Basically 1, 2, 3. So that's another movement. I think I'll end this and hopefully in another time I'll give you more background of this sport. Thanks for listening and watching.
Come take over everything from your belly. Come, man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV. Listen. COE. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
Okay.
I don't even listen to
So what it was is Leon said a while ago, did you want to take part in some debate on Islam or something on the Hangouts, and then it never went ahead. So I prepared a whole sort of document on stuff which I